Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Cole, you drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip.
But what we did enjoy, all right, is that Kat has started playing a new game because I gave Kat her Christmas present early. And Christmas present, because I know people were asking me what is it, was an Xbox Series S. So I got her a Series S during that time when they were well, I mean, they still are cheap. The thing was, they went on sale during the Black Friday week, and thankfully, thanks to having a really good month here on YouTube 2 months ago, if you remember, there was the month when I got the ridiculous amount of gifted subs. So because of that, I had some extra money, and I was able to get her an Xbox Series S. The Series X was still, I told her I could get it for her, but I'd have to pre-order it, and you have to wait to get it, and you have to wait for it, you have to wait like a month. It was stupid. Like, you can't just buy the Series X. You have to go online to a queue and pre-order and wait. And I explained to her the difference between the Series S and the Series X is very simple. The Series X has more storage space and basically is meant to run in 4K. We don't even have a 4K TV in the living room. Our TV is a 1080p TV from 8 years ago. So there's no point in getting the Series X. She wasn't even going to use the features of it anyway. And I was like, so we can get the Series S now, or you get the Series X in like a month or two whenever it gets approved or whatever. And she's like, all right, let's just do the S. So I got her the Series S. So she is currently jumping into Game Pass for the first time. She's exploring the games of Xbox Game Pass. And the first game that she opted to play, incidentally, is Fallout 3. She has never played it before, okay? So it's fun because she's playing it and I'm watching. I'm starting to remember all the stuff about the game. And I'm like, oh, this is neat. I haven't played this game in 10 years. And honestly, a lot of the stuff about it, I personally don't really remember. But what's cool about it is that I'm able to help her with game mechanics. Like, I don't necessarily remember the story, but I remember the game mechanics. So I'm explaining to her, oh, here's how you repair your stuff. You combine them in your inventory like this. Or, here's how those books, when you find a book, immediately read the book because you immediately get a permanent stat boost and stuff like that. So it's fun because she's never played. She played Fallout 4 and didn't like it. She's playing Fallout 3 and she loves it. Why? Because Fallout 3 is an actual RPG. While Fallout 4, they essentially turned into a shooter, which is not good. Like, the game is not good as a shooter. You know what I mean? This is what happened, sadly. Last console gen with a lot of games is they tried to turn a franchise into a more casualized game that wasn't very good. They did it with Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 is an RPG. Mass Effect 2 is more of a narrative-based hybrid. Mass Effect 3 is literally an action-based shooter. And it's literally got the worst gameplay of the entire trilogy, right? Fallout 3, old school, open-world RPG with the VATS as the main focus. Yes, you could play it as a shooter and it's not very good, but it has so many cool role-playing elements. Fallout New Vegas becomes more about the dialogue trees, and yes, opens it up to play a little bit more action-based because melee combat's actually viable, but it's definitely still an RPG. Fallout 4 feels like you're playing a first-person shooter. Like, they kind of over-casualized it to the point where it's just not that good, and that's why a lot of people criticize this so strongly. So, I'm actually very happy to watch her start playing Fallout. And incidentally, I'm going to be playing Fallout 3 likely on Christmas Day. So I think this is fun for me to watch her play it. And then when I play it, I could do things differently. It's kind of neat. So, yeah, it was a fun day. I watched her play Fallout 3 for a lot of the day and helped her out with the basics of the gameplay mechanics and everything. And she's loving the game. Fallout 3 is one of those games. Even when it was a new game, the graphics weren't that great, right? But now it runs at a smooth 60 frames on the Xbox Series consoles, both S and X. It runs at smooth 60 frames per second. The graphics essentially look slightly better because it's 1080p now instead of 720. So they're very slightly better. It's not really that much noticeable because it's not like they redid all the textures in the game or anything like that. So you're going to see, bad textures. You're going to see bad levels of detail. Nothing's smooth. Everything's edgy and like pokey. You know what I mean? But it's still a very enjoyable game. I'm watching her play. I'm like, oh man, this is fun to just watch, and the dialogue is great. So I'm actually very excited to play. The thing is, the intro is just in the vault. Like, the vault is the first, like, hour, if not more. So when I play it on Christmas, I very well might barely get out of the intro if I even do. I guess we'll have to see, okay? Anyway, so that's basically what I did yesterday. That was my day off. Not a super exciting day, but once I got home from all the shitty errands I had to run, I actually had a pretty good time, you know, relaxing with my wife, watching her play Fallout 3 and helping her out with it. So it was fun. Okay, excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised if this is your reaction to the stuff that I do on the stream. Okay.